Welcome to Treasure Hunting with the Godfather. Stopped at my bank, and instead of giving me boxes of pennies, they gave me not one, but 2 bags of customer rolled pennies. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just take a look at them and group them into groups of 10, and we'll be right back. Well, as you can see, they gave me a bunch of customer wrapped rolls here, and they really don't want to stack easy, so I'm just going to dig in and bring you in if I find something. Well, on roll 1, we have our first Canadian. Oh, it's a good 1965. And just quickly looking, I don't see anything else. And I'll bring you back in. Here we are on roll 3. We got our second Canadian of the batch, but still no Wheaties. And we'll just continue taking a look at these. We're here on roll 4, and we have a nice shiny Canadian here. 1998. That might go in my book to update my Canadians. So far, no other Wheaties or no other finds. So we'll just keep looking and keep hunting until we find something. This one looks pretty old. That's only a 72, 67, 98. We're going to get lucky here. Nope. It's a 75, 64. We're getting close. We'll bring it back in on roll 4, and looks like we had a Canadian under. 1964. Looks pretty good. We'll just put that with our collection. Time to open up roll number 5. And let's just see what we got here. A couple nice shiny ends. Yep. Looks like we got Canadian number 5. Another 64. Anything else that looks... Well, this one looks a little old here. And of course, it's a Canadian. How many Canadian that? That's 6 Canadians for this hunt so far. How about this one? 69. We're getting close, but no wild Wheaties yet. Well, let me take a look at the rest of these, and I'll bring you in if I find anything. On roll 6, it looks like we have our first Wheatie of the box. It looks pretty old from the wear. It's a 1941. Got some glue on it, but a Wheatie's a Wheatie. And the next one's just an 82, so I'll bring it back if I find any more. Same roll, we have Canadian number 7. Good old 1969. And it doesn't look like we have any more Wheaties out of this one, so I'll bring you in on our next find. We're still on roll 6 here, and I found this 1999 here that's got something unusual I want you to take a look at. If you take a look, if we can get the focus here. Looks like we have maybe a die clash there between the E pluribus unum and America. You can see like we got multiple little dots there. There we go. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments. I think it's pretty unusual myself. So just let me know, and we'll continue hunting and see what we can find. Roll 7, we have our 8th Canadian of the bunch. Good old 77. It doesn't look like we have anything else in this roll. I'll bring you in on our next find. Roll number 8 gives us Canadian number 9. And good old 83. Still haven't found too many more Wheaties. But with Canada being so close to where I'm at, you know, I can tell that I'll probably get a lot of Canadians, no matter what type of rolls I go and hunt. And I'll bring it back if I find anything else. Same roll, got close. We got a 59D. So that seems like they're out there somewhere. And we are still on our hunt for some wild Wheaties. And I'll bring it back if I find anything else. Same roll, and we have Canadian number 10. 1964. I'm gonna have to take a look at those against my albums to see if I can add any to my Canadians. And I'll bring it back if I find anything else looks interesting. I just rolled out roll number 10, and we have another Canadian. The luster on this one's pretty nice. Like the toning, it's a 93. And that is Canadian number 11. Just doing a quick look, I don't see any Wheaties or more Canadians in this roll. But you never know. I'll bring it back. Still on roll 10. And it looks like we have our second Wheatie of the box. It's 1946. Looks in better condition than the last one. So we'll just keep hunting until we find them. And let's see here. Oh, that's just a 77. And I'll bring it back in if I find anything else that looks interesting. Roll 11 gives us Canadian number 12. Good old 81. We have a nice stack of Canadians here, but very few Wheaties. We'll just keep hunting until we find something. Still on roll 11, and we got close. We have a 1959D. First year, but still no more Wheaties. We're stuck at 2 right now. Hopefully the next roll will give us a little better chances of coming across those elusive wild Wheaties. And I'll be back. Roll 13 gives us our 13th Canadian of the bunch. 1964. Got a lovely stack of them growing here. Doesn't look like we got anything else much out of this one here. So I'll bring you in on the next roll if we got something. Roll 14 is going to give us our next 2 finds. The 1970 Canadian. And back here we have a 1977 Canadian. But it doesn't look like we found those elusive wild Wheaties yet. And what's this? Oh, it's just a 79. I'll bring it back in when I find something new. And on roll 15, we have our 16th Canadian here. And it looks like we have our 17th Canadian. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. And maybe our 18th one here. Oh, yep. 18 Canadians and only 2 wild Wheaties. Man, my luck is not coming out today. I'll bring it back in if I find something else unusual. Roll 16 gives us Canadian number 19. And we're still hunting for those elusive wild Wheaties. I wish we could find some more, but hey, that's the way the coin roll hunt goes. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But you get to find some neat looking ones like this one, which I have no idea what it is. So I will bring it back in if I find anything else that looks interesting. Well, it looks like roll 17 is going to give us a 3-4. Canadian number 1's a 66. Then right back here we have another Canadian. Still some good luster on this one. It's a 98. And all the way back here, this very shiny one is another Canadian. And a 99. And still no wild Wheaties. Well, we'll bring that back in if I find something. Didn't go too far. I found the 4th Canadian of the roll. It's a 1981. I guess we just keep hunting until we find some more wild Wheaties. Roll 18th brought us one more Canadian, so we're up to 24. And a pretty nice looking 1959 out of Philly. Here we go. Get a better close-up of it. So has a lot of the luster still left on it, being a very old coin. We are on to the hunt for some more wild Wheaties. Oh, roll 19 gives us our 25th Canadian here. And it also gives us another Wheatie, number 3 out of the batch. And for the big reveal, it is a 1944. Put that up there. And we'll go on to our next roll. Roll 20 netted us our 26th Canadian, 1966. We're still on the hunt for those wild Wheaties. I'll bring it back in after a few more rolls. Roll 21 gave us another 1959 out of Denver. And we have our 4th Wheatie. And the reveal gives us a 1930 Denver. Here we go. That looks pretty good. And we'll keep hunting until we find more. Roll 23 just gave us one more Canadian. So we're up to 26 Canadians. Only 4 wild Wheaties. And the hunt continues. You know, we've been having so many of these finds here. I've decided just to give summaries after the 30 and the 40 rolls here, and the 50 rolls. So after 30 rolls, we did find 2 more Wheaties. We have this 1957, it's got some gunk on it. And we have this 1952 Denver. We did add 10 more Canadians. And to find out the Canadians is this King George VI. And it's 1951. It looked pretty nice, so I'm going to go through another 10 and we'll take a look at what those 10 give us. I'll be right back. Well, these 10 rolls gave us a little more Wheaties, with our oldest one here being a 1919 out of, looks like San Francisco there. We do have a nicely painted 1955 here. At least I did both sides to make it match. And then take a look at this 1957. That's still got a lot of the luster to it. I do like that toning up there on the left-hand side. But I don't know if that's going to replace one in my collection. We did get one 59. We got 14 Canadians. Plus we have another oddball, a nicely painted 1972, both sides. And our first 2009 out of the pack of $50 worth, and it is the presidential years. So I got 10 more rolls to go, and I'll bring you in after that. Okay, I've done the last 10. It wasn't as fruitful as the first 40. We did get 3 more Wheaties here from the 50s, so we'll put these up over with the 50 pile. And we did get 10 more Canadians, and it looks like the nicest looking is this 99 Canadian. So that gives us almost 61 Canadian coins from this 50 roll hunt. We got one from the 1919s, one from the 30s, 4 from the 40s, 10 Wheaties from the 50s, and we also got 6 1959s. Not too bad of a hunt for this time. And I'm only going to do 50 rolls today because this video is getting kind of long because of all the finds we had early on. So we'll see what we got next time. And if you like, subscribe. If you don't like, subscribe and tell me how I can make it better. And as always, be safe.